Hi, this is Teresa Momber, and here's a look at the card I'll show you how to create in today's video. And this video features a new stamp set that I've illustrated for Gina K Designs called Tropical Tidings. I hope you like it. I'm starting with a piece of white cardstock that's trimmed to 4 by 5¼ inches, and then placing a circle mask for the sun onto the cardstock. Next, I'm sponging using Gina K Peach Bellini ink, and I'm just going to go ahead and sponge that pretty much all over, making it a little darker toward the bottom and the top. Next, I'm using Gina K Bubblegum Pink ink, and this I'll just pretty much use right along the top edge and bottom edge. Now, I'll go ahead and remove that circle mask and then place a new mask over the center that'll be for the horizon line. Then I'll switch back to the Peach Bellini ink and sponge along that horizon line. Here I'm cutting wavy lines and some sticky notes, and this is just to mask off for the foreground. With my mask in place, I'm just sponging Gina K Black Onyx ink. And I want this to be very, very dark, so I'm not being careful about tapping off the excess ink or anything and just going ahead and tapping that on as thick as I can get it. I'm going to go ahead and reuse one of those sticky notes and cut another wavy pattern, but this one I want to be a little bumpier. And that's just going to be for some little land masses up in the ocean. And then for the underside of the landmass, I'll just use a piece of straight Post-it note paper. Okay, so after I'm happy with the placement of my masks, I'm going ahead and sponging with some more black onyx ink. But I messed up here and sponged a little too close to the edge and went over a bit. So I covered it up with another sticky note and continued sponging, and I'll just address that problem later with stamps. And here on the left side of the cardstock, I'm repeating the same process to create another land mask. I'm making this one a little bolder, a little bigger. Okay, it's time to fix that mistake I made earlier. I'm using this flamingo from the Tropical Tidings stamp set from Gina K Designs, and I'm going to stamp it with Versafine Onyx black ink. And I'm just being really careful to position it so that I cover up that mistake as well as possible. Next, I'll stamp the trees, also from the Tropical Tidings stamp set, using Versafine Onyx black. I want to go ahead and add one more flamingo, so I'm going to stamp that one, also using Versafine Onyx black. And I'll add some grass in a few places as well. So there's still a little bit of ink that's a bit of a problem there from that mistake earlier. So I'm using an X-Acto knife and my Tombow sand eraser and trying to get a little of that scraped away. That left a bit of a white mark. So then I just grabbed the Copic marker that I thought matched best, and I'm just adding in a little bit of color right there. And now once I've done that, I really can't even tell that I've made a mistake. Next, I'm adding in some ripples in the water, and I'm starting with a Copic marker, and I'm sorry I can't quite make out the number on that marker, but I chose one that's just slightly darker than my water. And then I'm switching to an opaque white gel pen and adding in highlights for those ripples. And that's all I did for this card. So I'm mounting it on a piece of black onyx cardstock that's trimmed just slightly larger, and then placing those layers onto a 4¼ by 5½ inch peach Bellini card base. And that completes today's video. Thank you for watching.